Well, good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. A very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold auction rooms here at number 471 Papanui Road. Mark Morrison is my name. I'll be your auctioneer in charge of proceedings here this afternoon. We have three brought forward auctions for hopefully your spirited bidding and buying pleasure. All three of our campaigns have been officially brought forward here this afternoon, meaning that our owners on all three properties have accepted an offer at an acceptable level, meaning that the property will be sold. I'll be announcing the respective brought forward levels very shortly on each respective auction. I will announce that number. I'll give all of you lovely people the opportunity to put your hand in the air and to place a bid. Should we do so, should I receive further bids, then we will hold an auction. If not, I simply knock the property down to the initiator of that pre-auction offer and the property will be sold at that level. Now, I'd like to firstly acknowledge our sellers, thank them for their presentation, for their ease of access, but first and foremost for their choice and agency. We appreciate that there is choice out there in the marketplace. We thank and acknowledge them for their choice in choosing to work with the great team here at Harcourts Gold. Now, speaking of the team here at Harcourts Gold, there are a number of friendly faces around the room who are here to help, guide and assist you throughout this afternoon's proceedings. Firstly, to my right, Lynette McFadden across the other side of the room, business owner here at Harcourts Gold across our four offices here in Christchurch. To my left is Mr. Chris Kennedy. He's scribing the bids that we receive here this afternoon. Also fellow business owner alongside Lynette McFadden and fellow auctioneer, although you've been benched. You're just resting up, Chris, I understand. Relegated to the bench, doing a few stretches off to the side should you need to. You're ready to go. Good to know. That's always reassuring. Alongside Chris, I've got Anna McKenzie as well, one of our managers here in the Papanui office. I also have Jane Meyer to the far side, another of our managers within the Papanui ranks, and to her left is Margaret Danza from our Redwood office. So a number of friendly faces here to help guide and assist you. Last but certainly not least is Alana Davey. Now Alana, she drives the technology here in the auction room. The presentation that you see up on screen, she also drives our YouTube. We beam out to the World Wide Web through YouTube as well, and on a normal auction day we often have around 50 or 60, I think we had 63 tuning in yesterday to our Thursday auction, so a very warm welcome to anyone that is tuning in through our website. Now, just to remind you, of course, as well, before we move along any further, make sure that you've used the COVID-19 scanner app to track us, track our movements. It is really important that we can continue to enjoy the freedom of movement and the great lifestyle that we're able to enjoy down this part of the world here in New Zealand. Sanitize those hands on the way in. Just take a moment to do that when you leave as well. That would be hugely appreciated. Should you become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could please let the agent that you're working with know, or in fact one of the friendly management team here know of that fact, just so that we can follow due process moving forward as we navigate these interesting times. Now, I know the team here at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all of the relevant documentation for today's proceedings available to you, including the LIM, the title, and the contract from which we work from. That's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. Now, there are a few rules and regulations that we must adhere to when it comes to bidding and buying at auction. That won't surprise any of you lovely folk. Things are just a little bit different today, given the fact that our three auctions are, in fact, as I mentioned before, all brought forward auctions. What that basically means is that the number that I announce for each property, that's our starting point. We are on the market and selling right away at that point. That's our reserve price effectively. Accordingly, as the auctioneer, I won't be bidding on behalf of my owner. There'll be no vendor bids placed here this afternoon. That would be far from the right thing for me to do. As the auctioneer, I may give you some guidance, I may give you some suggestions in terms of increments or perhaps the next value that I would suggest that you aim for, but by and large I'll be very happy to work with you in your bidding as long as the endeavour and the intent there is the right one. I can refuse a bid, highly unlikely here this afternoon. If there is any argy-bargy in the bidding, we'll revert to the last undisputed bid and then just simply reopen the bidding sequence from there. Now, should the hammer fall down to the rostrum in a fashion such as that, if it falls in your favour, congratulations. You are the successful purchaser. Before you commence any celebrations with friends and family, perhaps going for a cold one down the road in Mirabel, there are a few obligations that you will need to complete. The first one is that you'll sign the agreement, and in doing so you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you'll arrange to make payment of a very neat and precise 10% of the purchase price. Thirdly and finally, you'll complete the GST information which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, very clean, concise and simple are the rules of engagement here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. Cash and unconditional is the best way to do things. We now move forward, if I may, to our first of 3 properties on offer, the first of our 3 brought forward auctions. And I welcome to the front of the room Belinda Dunster, Sam Dunster working towards the rear of the room as well. You've had that wonderful real estate 1-2 punch looking after you over the last few weeks, looking after you, the interested parties out there in the marketplace here in Marshland. 8 Whitau Place is more formally described as being in a state and freehold. Some 482 square metres of that freehold land. That's made up of lot 1081, which is on deposit plan 466017. That's outlined and detailed in the certificate of title that Team Dunster have made available to you. Now, the settlement date, that's set down for Friday, the 26th of March 2021. And I do know there are some registered telephone bidders as well for this upcoming auction, so don't be surprised if some of my licensed colleagues are working on behalf of some registered bidders. Chris, you've got shorter and better looking.
Thank you.
I would suggest. Thank you very much. Nice to have you here, Rebecca Johansson. The listed channels, well, Schedule 2, that outlines them. It makes for impressive reading. It does remain as circulated, and I draw your attention to those further terms of sale, being clause 22 towards the rear of the agreement. Well, Belinda, Sam, let's go and have a look here at number 8 once more. I say that this really is a Goldilocks house. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just about right. It's got everything that you need here and nothing that you don't. You'll sleep really easily in one of the 3 bedrooms here, knowing that you're in a post-quake built single level home that has a number of recreational pursuits on your back doorstep, whether it's the golf, if it's mountain biking or running through the forest, or perhaps you enjoy getting down to the beach. It's all within easy reach here in Preston's. The extra touches, well, they will be welcomed as well. I love the fact that there's the underfloor heating as well in the kitchen and bathrooms. Now that's going to warm your soul and your souls as well. It's an easy hop, skip and a jump around the corner to the renowned Marshland Primary School as well. So this is an obvious choice. This is an educated choice here in Whitau Place. No surprises that the campaign has been brought forward. Folks, my owners have received a pre-auction offer acceptable to their liking at $685,000. 685 is the bid. Is there perhaps 700,000 anywhere? Do we have an auction here this afternoon? At 685 I sell. Make no mistake. 690 over in the corner. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, Philip, working with a buyer on the phone at 690 and 700. That was the 700 I was looking for. Miranda Laney working with a buyer as well. At 700 on the retort. Philip, your turn next. 705. And 5, sticking in the 5s, but high 5 to you. All the best. 710. And 710 here on the retort. You've started something with the 5s now, but Miranda and her buyer in the lead now at 7-1 and the bid. 15. Miranda, it's your turn. 715, it's against you here, and I sell in the corner. First chance.
22.5.
22.5. Specifically done. I love it. Puts up 7.5 on the rise. At 722 and change.
725.
725. Can't pick the pattern, but that's 2.5 there. At 725. First call. And I sell.
30.
And 30. 755, Miranda? Or just 730? 735? Confirm your bid. 730,000 you'd like?
730.
730 here. Very good. Working for my vendor at the end of the day. Just tried to put the 30 on the top. At 730,000 I have here. And I sell. First chance. Philip, what's the retort? Where do we go next? First call. Second. And I sell here at 730. Third chance. Do I sell here? At 730,000. Won't accept a late bid. Does it go? It's going. It's sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Well bought. To our owners, thank you for your instructions. We'll put some bidding music on. We'll take a brief pause and be back very, very shortly. first brought forward auction. We now move forward to our second opportunity of the Friday afternoon auction time slot here in the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. We now move forward to number 29, Huntingdon Place in Avonhead. I welcome Kaye Caddick. She's been your tour guide towards home ownership here at number 29. It's more formally described as being an estate and freehold. 696 square metres of that freehold land made up of lot 45 on depositor plan 596626, which is outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Kaye has made available to each and every one of you. Now, the settlement date that's set down for Friday, the 12th of March 2021, so not too long to wait, about a month if I am correct, give or take, given it's the 12th of February today. The list of chattels, they remain unchanged as circulated, and I draw your attention to those further terms being clauses 22 through to 26 inclusive. Well, Huntingdon Place, if you've been hunting for your perfect large family home, or perhaps you're considering creating a large family in the future, then I would say that Huntingdon Place at number 25, this is surely your answer. This is the place that you need to be for many, many happy years ahead. There's 5 bedrooms, the 3 bathrooms and toilets, and no less than 3 living spaces as well. It makes for very impressive reading in terms of the numbers there, the space that is on offer as well. The master bedroom, the fact that that's situated downstairs, that offers flexibility, that ensures that you can enjoy a very long and lengthy tenureship here as well. No need to be going up and down those stairs as our joints get a little creakier and older, as I'm finding as well. The kids, well, they'll appreciate the fact that you're at the end of a cul-de-sac. They'll appreciate the ability to play cricket with their friends, ride and jump their bikes as well without being interrupted by too much passing traffic. Mum and Dad, well, they'll appreciate the fact as well that you have a myriad of educational options available to you here as well. Educational options for primary and secondary. This is a wonderful home, big family home in an excellent area. Avonhead, always in fashion, always highly sought after. Folks, we've received a pre-auction offer acceptable to our owners here at 29 Huntingdon Place in Avonhead at $930,000 at 930. That's our line in the sand. Do I see 940 anywhere? Do we kick things off? Do we have an auction here this afternoon? I look for 940, I have 930 and I sell. What's the strategy? Who makes a play for the keys? This needs to be interactive. First call. Otherwise I just simply sell at 930,000. You tell me. Big family home here. 5 bedrooms. Whole lot of space for a growing family. Twice now at 930. Avonhead, 935. There we go. Kaye Caddick working with a buyer at 935. We have an auction at 940. Welcome back in, sir, at 940,000. Down the front, he's in pole position at this point in time at 940. Still good buying for a large executive family home in Avonhead at these levels at 940,000. Gee, the market's hot out there. No more open homes. Get your weekends back at 940 down the front. First call at 940. Twice the money. Just perhaps 2,000 help down the back. Is that more to your liking? Can I say 942 on your behalf? Might be the best 2,000 you ever spent. All done? Happy to sell here at the front. Appreciate the bidding. All the best in your property search. Third chance then. Sit tight, sir. At 940,000. I sell to you. It goes, it goes. It is sold here. Congratulations, sir, for the beautiful home. To our owners, thank you very much for your instructions. We'll take a brief recess and be back very shortly. folks, in the interest of expediency, we now move forward to our third and final auction of the afternoon. 509 Gloucester Street in Linwood. I welcome to the front of the room Mr. Mark O'Loughlin, my fellow Mark within the Harcourts Gold ranks and stables here. You've been looking after our owners here at number 509 Gloucester Street in Linwood. It's more formally described as being an estate and freehold. 2,022 square metres of that freehold land. That's made up of lot 206 and 207 on deposited plan 420. That's outlined and detailed in that certificate of title. Mark and the team have circulated to one and all. Now, settlement date is set down for Friday the 19th of March 2021, so around about 5 weeks for you to wait for this wonderful opportunity. The list of chattels are limited there, but they do remain unchanged, so no surprises there. And I draw your attention to those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 27 inclusive. Most pertinent, most important being clause 22, just mentioning the fact that the property is sold on an as-is, where-is basis, so do understand and acknowledge that in any bidding that we might receive here this afternoon. Well, here's a unique and special opportunity to secure a substantial parcel of land, as I mentioned before, over some 2,000 square metres of land. So not very often that we get such a prime time large parcel of land coming up in this sort of location. It's zone high density RMD as well, so clearly the opportunities there are clear for all to see. Now, upon it sits a substantial 300 square metre villa that has been with us, well, longer than anyone else here in the room by the looks of it. Around about 1910s, I understand, Mark, that the villa has been there, so it's seen more things than you and I put together, Mark. This is a large home, some over 13, 14 bedrooms, I understand, Mark, as it currently sits. But I'm sure that you'll see the opportunity here, whether it is a renovation job or if it's just a detonate opportunity for you. The opportunity is the location, the land. What do we say, folks? Where do we go from here? Well, I've received a pre-auction offer that is acceptable to our owners at $1,250,000, at $1.25 million. At 1,250, is there perhaps 1.3 anywhere? Got a nice round note to it. Easy to work out the deposit as well. 1.3 anywhere? Tell me what's more comfortable for you. Otherwise, I just sell at 1,250. First chance at 1.25. Twice now at $1,250,000. The opportunity is clear here at 509 Gloucester Street. If you have interest, now's the time to put your hand in the air. Penultimate chance has been delivered. We all done, all silent. Third chance. Do I sell away? Do we have an auction here this afternoon at $1,250,000? We all done, all silent then. Happy to sell. Happy to let the opportunity go. Happy to announce within Mark. 509 Gloucester Street. It goes. It goes. It is. Sold here. Congratulations. Well bought. A wonderful opportunity. Well, folks, that wraps up proceedings here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. It's been wonderful to work alongside you. We have wonderful opportunities next week here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. Some 4 brought forwards on Monday afternoon and then our regular program on a Thursday afternoon as well. Thank you very much and enjoy your weekend.